So, hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. What AI solutions are available for software testers? Thank you for joining us. Just a side note, please keep your microphones muted. If you have any questions during the presentation, kindly type them in the chat and we'll address questions during the open discussion at the end as well. This webinar will run for about 30 minutes. We'll start with insights on the current state of software testing, then explore AI tools and capabilities available to testers today. After that, we'll introduce the Testwheel platform, showcase the solutions we provide QA teams, and finish with a brief demo of Testwheel so you can see the platform in action. So a little bit about myself. My name is Dilavar. I'm a technical analyst here at Testwheel. I work with our clients such as the U.S. Air Force and the Department of Defense to modernize their testing processes and adopt Testwheel. We help their QA teams transition from manual or open source workflows to streamline no-code testing. The team leads and project managers we've worked with report that we've helped improve overall testing efficiency, increase regression test coverage, and enhance their overall software quality for mission-critical applications. So we're extremely proud of these results, which reflect our commitment to providing AI-powered no-code testing solutions. With that, let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk a little bit about the current state of the tech market. So in the last quarter, Microsoft reduced its global workforce by 3%. And according to the TrueUp Tech Layoff Tracker, over 70,000 people have already been impacted by layoffs in 2025. So what does that mean with the state of testing right now? These changes have had a noticeable effect on software and QA teams. Teams are now being asked to maintain full test coverage with fewer resources, making it increasingly difficult to retain skilled testers who can deliver high-quality test results. So let's take a look at what the current testing process looks like for most teams. Nowadays, most teams rely on a mix of manual testing and script-based automation tools like Selenium. Both approaches are slow, repetitive, prone to human error, and difficult to scale, especially in fast-paced CI/CD pipelines. Open source tools like Selenium offer some benefits, allowing teams to write reusable automated scripts for faster testing and broader coverage, but they come with challenges. Scripts are often time-consuming to write, they break easily with minor UI changes, and require constant upkeep. In many cases, maintaining these tests becomes a bottleneck in itself. Traditional testing methods often can't keep pace with modern demands and can let defects slip all the way into production, leading to costly consequences. According to IBM, fixing a bug after release can cost up to 100 times more than fixing it in the design phase. NIST estimates software bugs cost the U.S. economy nearly $60 billion annually, over half of which could be avoided with stronger testing practices. In fact, over 80% of production bugs could be caught earlier with a more efficient testing process. So what's the solution? AI-powered test automation platforms like Testwheel streamline and accelerate testing while delivering broader coverage with fewer resources. So AI no-code test authoring with self-healing is the natural evolution of traditional open source automation tools such as Selenium or Playwright. These platforms enable development teams to test software faster than legacy approaches by simplifying test maintenance, removing the learning curve for complex workflows and programming, and reducing technical requirements by eliminating the need to write and constantly maintain code. The ROI of transitioning to a no-code AI-enhanced solution is significant as well. It cuts costs, drives efficiency, and bridges staffing gaps. Anyone in your organization can automate tests using tools like these, eliminating the need for manual written open source scripts in Java, C# or other complex programming languages. Okay. This makes testing accessible to QAs of all skill levels while setting up your team for future maintenance and operational efficiency. All right, with that, let's go ahead and shift gears. Let's take a look at specific AI capabilities that are available to you today and how they work. With agentic AI, you can author tests without manually writing steps or Selenium scripts. You just describe test steps in natural language with an AI agent, and the platform generates a test case for you. This significantly reduces the test creation time compared to traditional methods, like having to write manual test cases or code for Selenium-based test automation. Now, what if you make a UI change or an update to your software? Minor UI changes are notorious for breaking automation tests built with Selenium, which is where you get the term flaky testing. So with the AI, you can say goodbye to these flaky tests. Even if you make frequent UI changes or selector changes, AI has you covered. Testwheel self-healing technology detects and rectifies UI changes automatically, providing detailed reporting on what changed and how it was resolved. Transitioning to a different testing process can be challenging. Teams adopting a new tool worry about disrupting workflows and lengthy learning curves while also trying to meet their current deadlines. This is where AI shines. At Testwheel, we make transitioning from manual or script-based testing to no-code automation seamless. Our AI test conversion capability instantly transforms your manual test cases or existing Selenium scripts into reusable automated self-healing tests, basically meaning there's no need to start from scratch. Testwheel is purpose-built to host all these AI capabilities that we just covered and more, including codeless test authoring, AI-assisted self-healing, AI test kit and AI test case and script conversion, and built-in chatbot support and tutorials. So our mission at Testwheel is to provide an all-in-one testing platform that delivers enterprise-grade capabilities without the enterprise-grade costs. So instead of juggling separate tools for web applications, mobile apps, and APIs, you get everything under one cost-effective framework with built-in test management. So like I touched on at the beginning, Testwheel has helped federal organizations modernize to no-code automation testing. For our clients at the U.S. Air Force, we increased their test coverage by transitioning them to a fully automated no-code workflow and fully implementing automated regression testing where previously no regression testing even existed due to lack of resources and fast-paced development life cycles. Other federal organizations using Testwheel include the Department of Defense, National Archives, and Department of Commerce. And so why is Testwheel trusted and chosen for testing mission critical applications? It comes down to the security and compliance. Testwheel is Iron Bank listed, meaning we have the highest DoD security standards and are pre-vetted for federal use. This listing expedites adoption for software tools across government organizations. We also integrate seamlessly with existing data systems, systems of records, and ERP platforms. Also, we're chosen because of our short learning curve and test coverage for web, mobile, API, and load testing. With the right security and compliance in place, both public organizations and private enterprises can confidently adopt AI-driven testing, unlocking its potential to handle repetitive tasks and empower testers to focus on what truly matters. Just a quick recap over what we covered and what Testwheel has to offer. Testwheel is an AI-powered no-code test platform that enables fast end-to-end automated testing for web, load, API, mobile, and native applications. We offer all of our AI capabilities on the market today and more, including AI test creation, self-healing, and script conversion. So whether you're transitioning from manual testing or migrating away from open source frameworks, Testwheel simplifies automation with codeless test creation, intelligent workflows, and built-in integrations with CI/CD tools like Jira, Azure DevOps, and more. We also offer full test management features to help QA leaders plan, track, and report across teams, all in one place. At Testwheel, our goal is to make automation accessible, scalable, and efficient for teams of all sizes. All right. So with that, I go ahead and like to shift over to our high-level demonstration of Testwheel so you can see a bit of it in action. All right. So welcome to our Testwheel demonstration. I'll just briefly reintroduce you to Testwheel. So like I said, it's a cloud-based AI-enhanced test automation solution that can handle web, mobile, API, and load testing. Let's go ahead and log in here. So right after logging in, you land on the dashboard. It gives you a high-level overview of all testing activity with interactive charts, tracking execution, pass-fail rates, and trends over time, which makes it easier to see your test progress in one place at a glance. For this demo, we're going to skip around the menu on the left here as I showcase just a kind of high-level overview of some of the features provided by Testwheel. So starting over at the top here, we see users. And Testwheel is built for collaborative testing structure, which means one admin user can have and manage multiple testers and developers. So everyone has defined roles and restrictions, but works on the same projects for better visibility and teamwork. All right. The next tab over, we have the application page. The application page kind of serves as a central hub for most of your testing needs using Testwheel. Each row or application represents a test or test workflow and shows application name, type, description, and environment. The AI augmented self-healing automatically detects UI changes, makes changes, and provides a report at the end, and you can toggle that feature on and off using this switch here. You can edit a test with the pencil icon at the end here, change description, the type of test you're running, as well as which environment you're running it in. With this green icon, you can go ahead and select a browser and initiate a test run. Then Testwheel also offers a record and playback tool, as well as a test bot. So before we move on, let's go ahead and open our record and playback. So record and playback lets you capture UI interactions live, click through your application, and then Testwheel will generate the automation scripts automatically. So in this case, we'll go ahead and select the target application, provide a URL, run through a few actions. And you can see Testwheel has recorded all those actions. Now you also have the option to make any edits or changes that you need right here. And if all looks well, you have the ability to export it back to Testwheel. All right. So once you finish recording and exporting your test, you can navigate to the test data and the application data. Select the application. And now you have the ability to view the test data you just recorded. So you see it offers a URL, the UI properties, where you can make any edits and changes if you'd like. You can provide custom test names, IDs, descriptions, and custom expected pass-fail results as well. Next, let's take a look at Testwheel's chatbot, Agentic AI. You can use the chatbot to request additional assistance with Testwheel. You can ask questions like, does and you can see Testwheel uses its documentation to provide detailed answers regarding the platform. You can also type automate. And provide a URL we'll be using. And Test will feed you back with a few set workflows that you can then go ahead and populate with user data. Next, I'll show you Testwheel's Excel-driven workflow for structured test creation. So if we head over to documents, you'll see we have the ability to download 3 pre-formatted Excel documents and also upload right here. So I'll take a quick second to show you what these documents look like. These documents include authentication, UI properties, and user data. So these sheets store steps, UI selectors, and test data. Nowadays, most teams prefer Azure DevOps integrations, Jira integrations, AI-generated tests, or record and playback, but the Excel option remains a simple, low-code approach. And like I said, this is kind of what those sheets look like. Okay. All right. And each sheet comes with an about me, better describing what each sheet does and what each cell does as well. Once you've completed your documents, you have the ability to just go ahead and upload them right here. Select Excel templates, navigate to the appropriate folder, and upload those target documents. Once uploaded, you have the ability to see that uploaded data right here within your application data again. And not just see that data, but you can make any edits that you need to as well. Things like adding additional test steps, making changes to selectors, names, and other information for your tests as well. This allows for quick and easy maintenance. So like I touched on earlier, a lot of users nowadays prefer the integrations. And the first one we're going to cover is the Azure DevOps integration. So Testwheel integrates directly with Azure DevOps, making manual to automated test migration seamless. So to connect your DevOps to Testwheel, you just navigate to the integrations page like I did just now, and enter the necessary information within the configuration. So in this case, I'll go ahead and show you what our configuration looks like. You offer application. I created an application earlier called Demo Azure Import. Provide the Azure URL, private access token, and project name, and then you have the ability to toggle on or off auto bug creation, which you could toggle later on as well. So once you've connected, Testwheel actually pulls the test cases directly from the DevOps and converts them into automated scripts, which we'll take a look at right now. You can see here we have the Demo Azure import. So in order to provide test data here, we just head to manual test, select the application, Demo Azure import. And you can see right now there's no test stored within this application. You just upload a test case. We have the option between the Excel-based upload through Testwheel's pre-formatted Excel sheet, Azure import, as well as a Jira Zephyr import. We select Azure import, select the test case from that board, and provide a test name. Now we can head over to our test name, select that test we just imported, and you can see all our test data has now been populated here. So Testwheel also supports Jira and Zephyr imports, like I touched on earlier. It's very similar to the Azure import. Again, we head over to the integrations page, configure the DevOps environment like it was with the information necessary. So in this case, it's the application name, Jira URL, username, API token, project key, and then again, you can toggle on or off auto bug creation. And then in much the similar way, we've got the application right here, head into manual test, select that application. You can see there's no test data and follow the same steps that we did earlier for the Jira Zephyr import. Next, we'll go ahead and take a look at API testing. So Testwheel offers 3 methods for your API test. It offers a Swagger import, manual API test setup, as well as a JWT authenticated test setup. With the Swagger, you just go ahead and select the application that you're testing. So I have test API Swagger right here. We can clear this data right now. Okay. Provide your Swagger URL. Fetch your APIs, and you can see they've all been populated right here. Yeah. Once you've imported all your APIs, you can go ahead and populate one of them with the necessary data. So you got request body over here. All right. So within the request body, you go ahead and import the target request body. Make sure you have the end tag and update. Now, once that's done, we can go ahead and head back to application. Find that test, and you have the ability to just run it right there. Similar to the Swagger import, Testwheel also supports the manual and JWT authenticated APIs. So for JWT authenticated API, you just go ahead and select that option, add JWT data, provide the username and password, as well as the URL and HTTP type. Up here, post. All right, JWT data added successfully, and then you can go ahead and provide any necessary test name, HTTP type, target URL, and supporting test data. Okay. You can go ahead and take a quick look here at the report for that test we just ran. It's a very short API test. You can see what that report looks like. Test also offers an API management module. This module allows any user to trigger the test from anywhere. So once the application is registered, you can trigger the test from anywhere in the CI/CD pipeline, integrating with tools like Jenkins. It will trigger and generate the test and report for you. Currently, the Azure DevOps plugin is publicly available, and we're actively working on the Jenkins marketplace and continuing to pursue other DevOps integrations as well. So every test run produces a report, and that report comes with a pass-fail status, expected versus actual results, step-by-step screenshots, and video playback. All right, so you can see that here. You get 2 workflows, a login and Form 1099, and you get full visibility with that test as well. This is what one of those screenshots would look like. All right. Testwheel also supports load testing. For that, we just head over to load test. I'm here. select an application. So in this case, you can call it demo load test. To add a test case, you just provide a test name. User count, loop count, HTTP type, provide a target URL. Go ahead and save. All right, and now we have the ability to go ahead and run that test. While that runs, we'll go ahead and take a look at one of the previous run reports. Go ahead and extract our files. Once extracted, select the report, and you'll see a detailed Apdex metrics, response times, throughput, and error rates, as well as several other charts and graphics to support your performance test. Right. Testwheel also supports or offers ZAP integrated security testing built around the OWASP top 10. So some of those reports look like this. We can go ahead and provide a target URL. And you can see the scan has already started. And this is what that kind of test summary would look like within Testwheel, as well as a report here. The reports show any alerts alongside the security threat level and the mitigations, if any, to avoid the threats. The integrations will be expanding as we continue to develop the security scanning features, things like crawling websites and authenticated scans, etc. You get an awfully detailed report at the end of the test. So for organizations requiring CAC authentication, this includes DoD and other federal organizations, Testwheel provides a secure server environment with remote desktop access. Users are able to manually log in with CAC cards while still running automated tests. And this allows compliance with strict security requirements without sacrificing the convenience of automation. With that, I'd like to go ahead and conclude our demo. We covered today our dashboard overview, the ability to collaborate over applications and projects, the Excel workflow, our Azure and Jira integrations, our API testing, test results, as well as load testing, and CAC authentication as well as our chatbot. So Testwheel helps reduce manual effort, catch bugs earlier, and deliver higher quality software faster, even in regulated federal environments. With that, thank you for joining us. We'll be sticking around for any further questions or deeper technical walkthroughs. And we also have some of our more technical team members here with us as well for any more technical questions as well. So please feel free to ask any questions.
Hi, if I may ask, my name is Mira. The question I wanted to ask is if you have it handy, can you show what the fail result will look like in the report? Like for any
Absolutely.
test that is failed.
So if you're able to see the screen, you'll see, again, it's a step-by-step pass fail rate. And you'll see with each step that fails, you get a fail along with that screenshot as well. And
Mhm.
it'll give you the actual result as a home is not clicked successfully, etc.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I do have a question. And what is your data masking or the secure data handling procedure?
Hello, Luis. My name is Bhaskar. I'm a software engineering manager for this product. To answer your question, so we use a lot of security controls in our application that includes cryptography. So we use industry standard AES 256 encryption that encrypts most of your sensitive test data that's gonna get stored in our database. It could be PA or any other sensitive information like a passwords. And the same applies to our UI portal also. And whatever the data that we are transferring between our systems to external interface, all are encrypted. I hope I answered your question.
All right. If that's it, if there's no more questions, or if you guys feel like you have a question that comes to your mind later, please feel free to reach out to anyone on the team. That's Michael, myself, or Bhaskar. We'd be more than happy to either schedule another meeting, a one-on-one demo, or to go more in depth with your company's specific requirements. And yeah, we look forward to hearing with you. Maybe setting up some sort of. Luis, you have another question there?
Do you support native mobile testing?
Yes, we do. So what we use is the AWS device farm to run mobile testing. So we support all pretty much all major and most recent OS versions from the device farm. So yes, we do support native mobile testing. All right. I think that about concludes our demonstration today, our webinar. Thank you so much for joining, and we hope to hear from you soon.